Here's another rational equation for us to look at. This is problem 55 from chapter 6 review exercises. It's not a proportion. I can't cross multiply. I don't have a single fraction over here. I have two fractions, two separate terms that are fractions. So I'll have to find a multiplier that when I multiply everything by that multiplier, it will cancel the denominators. And the only way to know the exact multiplier to use is to first make sure the denominators are completely factored. X plus 5, x minus 4 can't be factored any further. And that trinomial happens to factor into those two binomials. That's nice. It doesn't always work that way, but it's nice when it does. So these two binomials replace that trinomial. And those two binomials, if I use them as my multiplier times this fraction, would cancel completely, leaving me just x plus 18, would it not? If I multiplied that fraction by those two binomials, they would cancel the binomials that are there in the denominator, leaving me just the numerator. But if I multiply that side of the equation, I'll have to multiply this side of the equation by those same two binomials. Which is good because that's going to eliminate my denominators here, leaving me x minus 4 to be multiplied by 2x plus 7, and those are two binomials, so I'll have to multiply them with FOIL, minus x plus 5 to be multiplied times the binomial x minus 8, again using FOIL. Ooh, and notice, this trinomial that I create here will its entirety will have to be subtracted. That's what that minus sign, that subtraction sign tells me. So we'll have to be careful about that we don't make a mistake there. Well, let's use FOIL here. That's going to give us 2x squared plus 7x minus 8x would be minus 1x minus 28. Now let's put this trinomial that we're going to get when we multiply those two binomials, let's put it in parentheses to help us remember we're going to have to subtract the whole thing. X times x is x squared. Minus 8x plus 5x would be minus 3x minus 40. Plus 5 times minus 8 is minus 40. Let's take a quick look. X times 2x is 2x squared. Plus 7x minus 8x is minus 1x. Minus 4 times plus 7 is minus 28. Minus this whole trinomial we create here. X times x is x squared. Minus 8x plus 5x is minus 3x. Plus 5 times minus 8 is minus 40. So now I have 2x squared minus x minus 28 minus x squared minus the minus is plus 3x minus the minus is plus 40 equals x plus 18. Now let's combine the like terms here on the left side so we can see what kind of equation we actually have. 2x squared minus x squared, that's x squared. Minus x plus 3x, that's plus 2x. Minus 28 plus 40 will be plus 12. And now it appears we have a quadratic equation, doesn't it? So let's subtract the x and subtract 18 from both sides. So we'll have x squared plus 1x when I subtract 1x from both sides, plus 12, and I'm going to subtract 18 from that. That'll be minus 6. Now let's see if we can factor this trinomial as our method of solving this quadratic equation. That's going to take a plus and a minus in order to get minus 6. And I think if we have plus 3 and minus 2, that should give us the minus 6. And then this gives us minus 2x plus 3x, which is plus 1x under the O and the I of FOIL. So our two solutions here are x equals negative 3. That came from this factor. And from this factor, we get the solution x equals 2. Now, we have to check those solutions to see if they happen to be restrictions of x. Well, the restriction from this denominator would be x can't be negative 5. And the restriction from this denominator would be x can't be 4. and those would be the same restrictions here. So our solutions are not the restrictions, so we will accept them. The only way we would know for sure if they were right, of course, is we'd have to plug them in one at a time into the original equation and see if they gave us the correct answer.